Let's face it, the last year and a half have been pretty rough. However, we have this hope. God specializes in redeeming broken things. He's really good at taking the broken pieces and mending them together to make something even better than it was before. Even when we don't see it, He's working. Even when we can't feel it, He's working. He never stops working to redeem the world. And what's more, we get to be a part of His plan. There are countless stories of how God is working through the Church of the Nazarene to redeem the world. Here are just a few stories that I wanted to highlight. Small groups from Jesus the Refuge Church in Argentina got together and did this Work and Witness project, aptly named Love with Your Hands. When the explosion happened in Beirut, Lebanon, Nazarenes went to work to help in the crisis. In Haiti, these Nazarenes provided food and tarps for 1,000 families. Now, this is a delicious way to help. In Guatemala, the Between Friends Donut Ministry is teaching women valuable life skills and helping them become financially secure while they foster friendships. Think that churches are just sitting on their hands? No, this church in Mexico baptized 80 people. Among other things, a new district center in Costa Rica was dedicated. Look how they are including everyone in this project and being safe at the same time. Iglesia del Nazarena started 2020 with great expectations. However, even in the middle of the pandemic, God's plans were much bigger. The church more than doubled its normal output of baskets of love, helping people in their community. Nazarenes in Honduras are responding right now to massive migratory caravans with love and compassion. God is helping churches get creative. This church created a fun board game. This encouraged healthy family recreation while sharing the gospel and letting the area know about the church reopening. After back-to-back hurricanes, churches in Central America responded by organizing hot meals, food staples, clothing donations, and the arrival of a mobile medical center. During the same hurricanes, this Guatemalan church sanctuary was demolished. Her members got together and rebuilt the sanctuary in only 32 days. This room is filled with repaired bikes that UK Nazarenes donated to healthcare workers. How's this for a fun and safe activity during the pandemic? Brazilian missionary Lucas Swisher used his love of outreach and passion for video games to create friendships, deepen connections, and tell others about Jesus. God is helping us to think outside the box. Taylor and Laura Myatt started a podcast, and the response has been incredible. In just the first 2 episodes, 200 people were able to connect and learn about their ministry at the Kujuk Papua New Guinea Hospital. The Church of the Nazarene celebrated 75 years of service in Cuba. That's right, 75 years of uninterrupted service in Cuba. Thousands of Nazarenes working away to make the world a better place. And if that was not enough, 24 missionaries were commissioned, and General Assembly for the Church of the Nazarene has been scheduled for June 2023. And lastly, to praise God for what He has done, hundreds of Nazarene worship pastors got together to make a virtual choir of Waymaker. What happens when Nazarenes get together for the work of the Lord? Great and wonderful things. Why did I share all of these things with you today? Because each one of these things in some way was impacted by our giving to the World Evangelism Fund, or Faith Promise. Today is the last Sunday to pledge. Be a part of God's plan to restore and redeem the world through the Church of the Nazarene.